Hi, everyone, and welcome back. This week, we have been helping you get the facts on the vax. You let us know what questions you had, and I took those directly to Dr. Christopher Ohl at Wake Forest Baptist Health. Scott asked us if the vaccine is safe for his adult son with cerebral palsy. Will the vaccine interact or interfere with his medicine, especially the one for seizure control?
Right, Scott. So a child with cerebral palsy is actually a really good reason for that child to be vaccinated, because the child is at higher risk of having serious consequences of COVID infection. And so you'll want to protect that child with vaccination. As far as affecting the seizure medicine itself, the vaccine doesn't interfere with the medicine, but occasionally, sometimes if somebody gets an inflammatory type illness, the seizure medicine levels might change a little bit. So, and because some people post-COVID vaccine get a fever for a day or so, some people who have seizure disorders, their doctor might ask them to get a level a day or so afterwards. Not all neurologists are doing that, though. But it doesn't look like the vaccine interferes with the seizure medicine itself. But it would be something to talk to your neurologist about.
The last question I have for you is a personal question. I thought it was something that our viewers might be able to relate to. So at the end of last year, I was very sick. I had shingles, I had Bell's palsy, and my immune system was compromised for a while after that. So for somebody who feels like, gosh, I don't have the best immune system, is the COVID-19 vaccine safe, or is there an added risk?
Christine, that's a great question. Actually, if you think for some reason your immune system isn't quite up to snuff, that's actually a reason to get vaccinated. There's no risk from the vaccine anymore in an immunocompromised person, but COVID itself is a higher risk. So this question comes up with people who have cancer, who are on chemotherapy, or who are getting immunosuppressive therapy for other reasons. You really need to get vaccinated because your odds of getting COVID are higher, and then if you do, it's going to be more serious. What we're trying to sort out now in medicine is in immunocompromised people, how to measure vaccine response and whether or not they may need more than 2 doses, and if so, what the timing is. And then those trials are being done in people who've had bone marrow transplants, solid organ transplants, and people with certain kinds of cancers. So we're going to have more information on that, hopefully by the end of the summer or going into the fall. Your particular situation, shingles can cause Bell's palsy, and that's a normal reaction to shingles. Shingles happens in people sometimes with normal immune systems too. So I wouldn't really consider you in the full immune compromised event, unless you have other medical problems that I don't know about. But no, people who have those things should get their vaccine. And you can see all of this week's questions and answers on WXII12.com.